Stay down. 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 Stay down.
Kwame Man from Chicagoland. Welcome back to the weekend recap, reviewing another weekend of violence in the city of Chicago. From ABC7Chicago.com, Chicago shootings, a 6-year-old girl among 36 shot, 3 fatally in weekend violence, police say. A 6-year-old girl is among at least 34 people who have been shot, 3 fatally since Friday evening across Chicago. A man was fatally shot early Sunday in Canaryville on the south side. The man, 21, was outside about 12:40 a.m. in the 4700 block of South Union when he was shot multiple times throughout the body, Chicago police said. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead, police said. His name hasn't been released yet. No one is in custody. Now, 47th and Union, I believe, is the Satan Disciples territory. It's kind of close to 47th and Halsted. According to Chicago gang maps on Google, there's several different Chicago gang maps. The one that I find to be the most reliable, according to that map, this is indeed a Satan Disciple set. Now, to the west of them, you have a La Raza set, which I believe SDs and La Razas do get into it, or do have a history of enmity between them. But even further to the west, you'll see the Almighty Saints that are pretty much at war with everybody, I believe. And then to the south of 47th and Union, you'll notice that there is a sizable set called Motown, or it's a sizable gangland called Motown, which hosts a series of Black Stone sets. I'm not sure if the Stones from Motown are into it with the SDs from that area. They are pretty close in proximity, but they might not be. Latin folks a lot of times don't get into it with black finball gangs. So, but this could be an exception to that case. Who knows exactly who they're into it with in that neighborhood. But if I could guess, just off the age, 21-year-old man in this particular area probably is somewhat gang related, or he might have some type of affiliation loosely or not so loosely, and this could be a result of that. Saturday, 2 people were shot, 1 fatally, Saturday night in Gresham on the south side. 2 men were standing outside about 11:45 p.m. in the 600 block of West 89th Street when they were struck by gunfire, Chicago police said. 1 man, believed to be about 22, was struck in the face, neck, and chest, police said. The second man, 43, was shot in the back. Both were taken to Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn, where the younger man died hours later. The older man was listed in serious condition. No one is in custody. Now, 89th and Wallace, which is where this happened, is a Blackstone set, or it's a Blackstone area, according to Chicago gang maps, and according to my familiarity with the area as well. I don't know exactly who they're into it with right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a result of more gang affiliation. Just never know. In non-fatal Saturday attacks, at least 5 people were shot on the city's south side overnight Saturday, Chicago police said. The shooting happened in the Washington Park neighborhood near South Michigan Avenue and East 63rd Street at about 12:01 a.m., police said. A 40-year-old woman, 2 men in their 30s were shot multiple times in the body and transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition, police said. Another victim, a 31-year-old man, was shot in the thigh and taken to St. Bernard Hospital in good condition. Another man, 32, was shot in the mouth and was also transported to St. Bernard in good condition. There were no other injuries reported, and there is no one in custody, police said. Area 1 detectives are investigating. So this area, like 63rd and Michigan, this is like the outskirts of the BD's territory, or the Black Disciples territory in that particular area. It's not too far from the infamous O Block set, Parkway Gardens projects. I believe this is more of the Front Street BD area where the shooting happened, and this particular set, as well as the neighboring nearby BD sets, are into it with various GD sets in the area. The biggest one I am familiar with is the MOB set that they are into it with, which is around 58th and Wabash, 58th and State. So it's not too far from this particular area. So, not saying that it was anyone from there, but wouldn't be surprised if it was. Hours later, 2 people were wounded, 1 critically, in a shooting on the city's north side early Saturday morning, police said. The shooting happened in the Rogers Park neighborhood's 2100 block of West Birchwood Avenue at about 5 a.m., police said. A 24-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man were sitting inside of a vehicle when an unknown male approached them and fired shots. The woman suffered multiple gunshot wounds to her body, police said. The man, who was also shot, took her to St. Francis Hospital, where she was listed in critical condition. He was listed in good condition at the same hospital. No one is in custody, and Area 3 detectives are investigating, police said. So, even though this is a Blackstone set on Birchwood and Hoyne and Rogers Park, and there are GD sets to the east of them, 2 different GD sets, I believe there are some Stones that are cool with the GDs in Loke City up there. So I'm not saying that it wasn't GDs from Loke City. I'm not saying it was GDs from the set directly to the east of this Blackstone set, but just put some perspective what type of gangland this is. And supposedly this shooting happened dead smack in the middle of a Blackstone set in Rogers Park. I know to the west of their set there is a Four Corner Hustler set, according to Chicago gang maps. And sometimes there is some animosity, some rivalry, some opposition between Four Corner Hustlers and Blackstones. Although historically, back in the day, it was not like that. There was a lot more unity between Finball gangs that run under the 5 Point Star in Chicago. A 6-year-old girl was also shot Saturday on the city's south side. The girl was near the street around 6:30 p.m. in the 7200 block of South Racine in the city's Englewood neighborhood when she was struck in the arm by gunfire, according to Chicago police. The girl was transported to St. Bernard Hospital in good condition, officials said. No one is in custody, and area detectives are investigating. So where this girl was shot, and I'm glad that she is in good condition. I'm sure this was terrifying for her parents, and it's just very unfortunate that people can't move away from this madness in the event that they can't. Not that they should have to. Neighborhoods should be able to function peacefully, and no parent should ever have to worry about this. But this is the reality today that parents have to deal with. So I recommend as many people raise their kids outside of Chicago as possible. Whether it's the suburbs, whether it is Northwest Indiana, get away from Chicago. But 72nd and Racine is very close to a Blackstone set known as May Block, I believe. So I'm not sure who they are currently into it with at this time. They are surrounded by other sets, other gangs that they may have some type of historic beef with. There are some neighboring GD sets, and there is a Vice Lord set to the south of them. I'm not sure if they are into it with them, but in any event, it's obviously some violence going on in the streets in this area, and it injured a 6-year-old girl. A man was in the hospital Sunday morning after a shooting at a fast food restaurant on the city's north side, Chicago police said. It happened around 10:30 p.m. Saturday at the Taco Bell in the West Rogers Park neighborhood, 3500 block of West Devine Avenue, near suburban Lincolnwood, police said. Witnesses said 2 people were arguing when one pulled out a gun and shot the other. The victim, a 37-year-old man, was hit in the shoulder and taken to St. Francis Hospital in fair condition. police said. Police said the person who fired shots fled the scene. No arrests have been made, and Area 5 detectives are investigating. So this is pretty much in Lincolnwood. I don't really think this is a hotbed for gang activity. I could be wrong. I'm not from the area, not very familiar with the area, but it seems like a relatively nice area. I'm sure there are some nearby gang sets within a matter of miles, because this is Chicagoland, and in Chicagoland, a neighboring gang set is not too far behind. Friday, one person was killed and 4 others wounded in a shooting Friday evening in Holman Square on the west side. At about 6 p.m., the group was standing outside a home in the 3300 block of West Flournoy Street when a vehicle drove by and someone inside opened fire, Chicago police said. A 33-year-old man was struck multiple times and transported to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. He has not yet been identified. 4 other men, ranging in age from 31 to 56, were shot and transported to Stroger Hospital in good condition, police said. There was no one in custody. Well, again, common theme, no one in custody. Area detectives are investigating. So I'm sure you all can take solace and feel comfort in the fact that the police are investigating these murders. This particular area, the 3300 block of West Flournoy, it's like Flournoy and Kedzie, or Flournoy and Holman, Spalding maybe, just past Kedzie. So the nearest set to this intersection is a Four Corner Hustler set, which is a few blocks to the east. Now, I'm not sure if this set or if this shooting has anything to do with that Four Corner Hustler set. If any of these guys were Four Corner Hustlers hanging outside of their hood or a few blocks outside of bounds, not sure. Maybe this block is also a part of that set and it just wasn't reflected on the Chicago gang map. But who knows? Like I said, Chicago, a nearby gang set, it's just around the corner a lot of the time. So it looks like, again, that the South Side got the worst of it. There were 2 homicides on the South Side, 1 homicide on the West Side, and there were some shootings on the North Side this week in neighborhoods that we did not cover last week. So we're seeing more representation around the city, I think, this week, but the South Side still seems to have gotten it the worst, seems to have had the most shootings, including a 6-year-old girl being shot. That is the weekend recap. Thankfully, there were less homicides this week than there were last week and the week before that. And shootings are down even, according to this article, from week to week. So that's 2 weeks in a row where shootings are on the decline. So some progress, obviously not enough, not good enough, but progress nonetheless. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Kwame Man from Chicagoland. Peace and love.